We live in the age of social media, where one wrong post can mean the end of a political career. What social media tools do you intend to use to communicate with voters, and how will you manage those tools?
The social media that I plan on using will be from our group. I can't tell you whether I would use Facebook, Twitter, Fast Chat, or something like that. I don't even know what they're called. But I don't know which one I'd use. So I would go to our party, and I would look at our party and say, what area do we want to use? Yes, Trump uses Twitter. I don't know if that's the right answer. I can't tell you what I would use because personally I don't use social media right now. It'd be a learning curve for me to pick up on how it works. I think I've had 2 posts in my life on Facebook. I don't remember the first one was, but the second one was when my son said he was pregnant, or he wasn't pregnant. His wife was pregnant. I said twins. He didn't like that, but that's as far as my social media goes. I guess I'm going to rely on my party. I'm going to rely on my team to do that because that is not my strength for sure. My strength is being real with people. It is not about social media. I would rely on my team because Lord knows there's a lot of people out there that are very talented with social media and that level. So I would use them to do it.
Thank you very much. Same question to you, Ken. Would you like me to repeat it?
Sure.
We live in the age of social media where one wrong post can mean the end of a political career. What social media tools do you intend to use to communicate with voters, and how will you manage those tools?
I've been pretty good with not causing too much chaos on Facebook or any other social media. With as far as controversy goes, I've managed to stay out of a lot of the line of fire, so to speak. Pretty much the only ones I have on my Facebook would be, silly pictures of Justin Trudeau dancing and him making an ass of himself. That's pretty much that's all you're going to find on my Facebook. No, I'm new to Twitter because of this. A lot of the guys down here are on Twitter, and I've been starting to follow that, and I haven't really posted much. I'm just sort of watching and learning, and that's part of the learning curve. I'll keep my opinions to myself for the most part online. I tell my kids that, because that stuff will bite you in the ass. It always does. So be very careful of what you're saying and how you're saying it online, because that doesn't go away. And so again, I'd use the team's experience and the party's position to have a lot of the opinions brought forward, and anything I did put on there, I think very closely of, so it doesn't turn around and hurt the party or myself personally. This is the Snapchat and all that other stuff. I've seen my kids use it. I don't get it, but so that's one of those things that I'll have to learn, and I'll determine which platforms to use. And by the way, with Justin Trudeau and his control of some of these big social media outlets, I think it's time to come up with another one that is less biased, one that doesn't delete posts because it has a picture of Maxime Bernier's face on it, because that's coming down the road. We know that. It's a control thing. You give $600 million to the media to, they're going to be even more, promoted to serve where the money's coming from, right? So I think basically keep my house clean. That's what it is, and yeah, I think that's it. Okay.
Thank you, Ken. Finally, same question for you, Matthew. Would you like me to repeat it?
No, that's fine. It's all about the Twitter. And I just had to recently just start learning how to use it. I watched an interview just recently with Maxime where he had a couple hotshot questions fired at him, and Twitter is his method of choice. He's the leader of the party. As much as you can, you need to try to follow people who are doing things right. You learn from people who are doing things better than you. My online presence had never been much huge. I had a Facebook page. It was a joint page with me and my wife. So the first thing that would happen once I'm elected here as the candidate moving forward, I would start another Facebook page just to differentiate myself from, just my groups and buy and sells and all that stuff, and a more professional page. My Twitter is already really active, which I'm really excited about. I got the biggest boost about last week when I was driving my bus, and I got in contact with Maxime himself, and he started following me. So I text my wife immediately, and I'm like, I don't care what's going on anymore, babe. Maxime's following me. It might be up to 1,000 other people, but it's only 2,000. So I'm gonna try to reconcile all of the EDAs in Alberta once I'm elected and get some kind of a provincial campaign, maybe a provincial road trip. Laura Lynn, Tyler Thompson's an amazing speaker, especially rehearsed speaker. I do great with Q&A. There's a couple other people who have been chosen in this province. Get them together, do a road trip together if it can work out. Twitter is like the connecting point for all of this. They're all very, very, proficient in Twitter. Instagram is not very prolific in the political realm. Snapchat is for teens and millennials, and it's funny pictures about yourself. It probably wouldn't do anything but hurt you if you use Snapchat. So yeah, Twitter is the way to go. My personal, of course, social media platforms are above snuff. I've been under scrutiny from a ministerial since I've lived here, so I can't have anything too scandalous. And yeah, I'm pretty active on Twitter, and I think that's the way to do it. And also with a YouTube channel that's linked, and like I said before, with a real-time video log of my journey from founding member to Parliament, that'll be really engaging. And I hope to overreach that into the rest of Canada, because no other candidate is doing it. They don't even know what's involved in being an MP, how to get there, how to start. So yeah, I think, like I said before, Twitter's the tool, and if you don't know it, you have to have some personal competency in it. Your team can only do so much, but Twitter is so real time. It has to be done from you. It has to be, because it is real time.
Having heard the answers of your peers tonight, do you believe that you are the best choice to be our candidate? And if so, what makes you the better choice?
How do you be diplomatically correct and answer that, eh? Now is not the time for modesty. I did that once in a campaign and I lost because of it. And then I got slammed and lied about. And I thought I was doing the thing of taking the higher road by not boasting of my achievements. It's not the time for that. People here are working for free. People are putting their heart and soul. They're investing a lot into this campaign, into this party. We're not doing it for giggles. We're doing it to win. I can win. I have won. My circle of influence is vast. It's not monolithic. I just don't have a group of work friends. I have so many communities at my disposal that trust me, communities that have elevated me to speak for them already, demographics that have trusted me to speak for them already. They know the man I am. I'm the guy to send to Ottawa. I've done this before. I'll do it again. I work harder. My campaign ideas are different because we do politics differently, so why not campaign differently? And when I get there, you'll be proud of who you've sent, and I will make sure that you stay engaged, even entertained, while I'm there for the next 4 years and beyond.
Thank you, Matthew. Bryan, I'll hear from you next, and would you like me to repeat the question?
Nope, it's good. Why me? Biggest reason why me is I'm not a politician. I'm a realician. I like that word. I'm going to call Webster's and get it put in there. I have many friends. I have many different areas that I've worked in. I have vast people behind me. That's not why. Okay. The reason why I'm doing this, the reason why you should send me as the leader is because you're going to get what you see. I'm not a politician. I don't tell you what you want to hear. I haven't, and I won't, and I never will. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. So if you want what someone's going to tell you is the truth, or tell you actually what they're thinking, then I'm the guy you want to send. If you want some guy that's going to pat you on your back and say, yeah, nice talk, whatever, I'm not your guy, because I'm not going to be the guy that's going to give you something, a false hope, tell you that I believe in what you're saying. If I don't believe in what you're saying, I'm going to tell you I don't believe in what you're saying. I'm going to tell you what I think. I can get the votes. I work harder. I work harder than anyone. I've worked hard out every day of my life. So work is not something I'm afraid of. The only thing that I guess that I'd be afraid of is the unknown. But I go there anyway. I'll go find out what it is, and I'll go find the answers for the people of this area, because they deserve it. And that's why you should vote me and send me to Ottawa.
Thank you, Bryan. Same question to you, Ken. Do you need me to read it?
No, that's fine. Well, I want to be your voice in Ottawa. That's what makes me qualified for that is, I'm a very approachable person. I'm a genuine person. People trust me. People will confront me with many personal issues and concerns. Since I was a teenager, I was just a very magnetic person that way, where people will take their concerns to me, and I withhold that trust. I don't. I've had a lot of long friendships because of I guess my personality, and I honor that. And as a bigger role going to Ottawa, I would have our backs and have through like life skills. Of course, I've been working since I was 14 years old. Going to work hard. It's a large learning curve for me, no doubt about that. With the Twitter thing, just getting on board with that, and it is important having the voice and the ability to communicate. And I got a strong team behind me. I got a lot of people that would like to see me in that position. Even before I even considered this, I had people coming up. You'd be good at that. You should do this. It's so yeah, I would look forward to going to Ottawa and being our voice, and spending the next 8 years of my career in politics. I think it's getting exciting. And there's some good people. We have a good team behind us here. And going back to that last question with the Indigenous people, I think one big concern that has not been addressed is the public schools, the schools, and what happened to the peoples specifically in BC, and I think across the whole country. I think that should be addressed, and I think they should be apologized. I think that should be something to bring forward for that community. Yeah, this is new for me. I'm making a video and sitting up here and answering questions. I'm nervous. This is a learning curve for me, but I'll get better at this. And yeah, I would take on the role and enjoy it.
Thank you very much. First, let's just get a round of applause for all of our nominees. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here today, spending the time and answering those questions and bearing your souls for us. This video will be made available to all of our members so that they can view it and get to know you as we have today here. And I wish you all the best of luck becoming our candidate for Fort McMurray-Cold Lake for the People's Party of Canada.
Thanks, Drew.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.